Oklahoma this morning is the newest state to outlaw texting while driving. The ban begins in November. Oklahoma joins 45 other states and Washington, D.C., but many drivers are ignoring the rules. The government says at any moment during the daytime, 660,000 people use cell phones or handle other electronic devices behind the wheel. Kris Van Cleave saw some of the risky behavior firsthand. He's in Washington. Kris, good morning.
Good morning. We know people are going to work this morning with their phone in their hand. And what really concerns police, if you're texting, you take your eyes completely off the road to look at the phone, and in just a few seconds, you can travel the distance of a football field.
Hi, I'm Kris from CBS. You appear to be operating your phone behind the wheel.
She may not want to talk about it, but texting and driving is dangerous. Researchers say it makes drivers 23 times more likely to crash. We watched car after car after car drive by our camera with people holding, typing on, or staring at their phone.
Ma'am, I'm Kris from CBS. You appear to be manipulating your phone behind the wheel.
Well, I'm stopped at a red light.
Do you think what you were doing as you were driving up? We watched you. Do you think it's safe to be on your phone?
Thank you.
You're looking at pictures? Is that Instagram?
Corporal Nate Ratnofsky pulled over this driver on a freeway. He's hard to miss, holding his phone right in front of his face for quite a while.
You had your phone held up in front of your face for well over a mile.
But the driver doesn't get a ticket because he said he's using his GPS.
That's not illegal in Maryland. Have a safe day.
Despite what seems like an obvious distraction from the road. Ratnofsky says drivers now know officers have to actually see them manipulating the phone.
They hide it or put their phone down their lap or down here on the steering wheel in front of them.
But that's got to make it hard to try to enforce if
sure it is.
It's
not. Yeah, it's definitely not the easiest charge to enforce. Let's go take a look.
Ratnofsky patrols Montgomery County, a suburb of Washington, D.C., home to more than 1 million people. Since the state's current texting ban became law in October 2013, county officers have written just 635 citations. Some researchers believe texting accidents are now the leading cause of death for teen drivers, estimating more than 3,000 fatalities a year. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar is introducing legislation next week encouraging states to step up penalties and education to reduce texting and driving.
When people started learning through their schools, through word of mouth, how dangerous it was not to wear a seatbelt, they started to wear a seatbelt. The same can happen with texting and Facebooking and distracted driving.
We want to show you why it's so hard for police to enforce this. I got my phone in texting position here, and if this camera is the police coming up beside us, you see how close to me they have to get to be able to see what I'm doing. That's why often only the most flagrant violators are getting caught. Gail?
Thank you, Kris. This is such an important story because everybody thinks they can do it. And they once did a report where they looked at fatal accidents, what the last text was, laugh out loud, heading your way, pick up the phone. It's so easy to avoid this.
Put it down.
Very important story. Thank you, Kris.